Okay, here we have Gray Zone Warfare. This game, I don't know, it was so hyped over the past months. This is like the new, not new, but early access of the game. Still have some bugs they have to iron out. They released a hotfix today, but it's not, it's still in early access though. So this is running on the RTX 4090. Let me just go through the settings, see how, what graphics I am. I am at epic settings. Everything is turned right to the max without any DLSS or any frame generation or anything like that. I'm gonna turn reflex on and boost. I'm gonna apply changes. That's not gonna affect FPS. That's just for snappiness and you know what reflex is for. Not for improvement in FPS. All right. Now I'm dropping from 60s. I was 66 inside the base camp, and now I'm like down to 59. This game is not like impressive. Like graphically, it's not impressive. The 100% lows keep dropping to the low 30s for some reason. This graphically is not impressive. I guess like this is how a game should look like, but to look like this and then run crappy on a 4090, that's that's not an excuse. There's no excuse for that anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna drop from this ledge. I hope I don't get I don't die. Well, I lost health. All right, so yeah, I just hope nobody shoots me because probably now I'm one shot. And yeah, it doesn't really look that impressive, to be honest, graphically. There's a lot of vegetation. That's what affecting the GPU, because vegetation is like the GPU has to render every strand of every grass, speck, and dust on the floor, and also trees on and the sky. The sky does not even take much to render, but yeah, the trees and the grass and leaves and stuff like that, they take a toll on the GPU, so it's expensive to run. That's why like it's intensive on the GPU. Okay, now I'm gonna be turning on DLSS on quality, not auto, because auto is gonna probably default to performance. What? Am I stuck with nothing? Nothing is making me stuck in my place. Nothing. The soldiers that's stuck. All right, so now the 100% drop. 100% lows dropped to 2 FPS when I was in the pause menu to change DLSS quality, and I just don't want nobody to shoot me. Next time I'm gonna change, I have to like probably go somewhere else and hide and then change to DLSS. Now I'm getting like respectable FPS, but this is the FPS that the game should have started with on a 4090 without any upscaling. Mind you, DLSS quality looks better than native resolution. Yes, it looks better. And this is I was gonna say 8K. This is an Unreal Engine 5 game, so sometimes it stutters. It has those micro stutters. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to see them if you don't have like a large screen and you're not sensitive to stutters. But yeah, sometimes when you want to jump or something like that, and there's something in front of you, like grass, like tree or something like that, it's gonna stutter. Oh, I hear somebody here. It just stuttered right now before I heard somebody. So if you see it, if you can come back before I heard somebody, you're gonna see it stutter. Just don't know who's that. Is he looking at me? Is he dead? Is he a bot or is he a soldier? I think he's a bot. I don't have no iron. I mean, I have no zoom or anything like that. I just have like the stock iron sights loot. What am I gonna? Oh, he has this. I can take this. He doesn't have any iron sights. I'll take this. I'll just put this in here. Take this, put it in here. All right, that's all I need. So people here die fast. Okay, now I'm gonna use DLSS on performance. I'm gonna turn it up to DLSS performance. Apply changes, and I'm hidden right now, like in this bush, but nobody can see me and shoot me because I was playing this game like earlier, and I was just trying to get my bearings with the game and the controls and stuff, and I hear somebody in here. Another guy. Did he throw something? Yeah. So now DLSS on performance is giving me 90 FPS, 100 FPS. It depends on where I look. Depends on the scenery, but if you can see, even with DLSS performance, it's using 11 gigabytes of VRAM. This game, It still has some things to iron out, as I said before. Oh, did I kill him? Yeah. These are bots. I'm sure that these are bots. These are not real humans. I don't. No stutters. You know, Unreal Engine and whatnot. Use loot. Oh, he has an AK-47. Okay, I'll put this in here. Replace this in here. Roster. I don't need none of that. Okay. So this game is a PvEVP. So you gonna find, you know, some real players, and then you're gonna like run to some bots, and the bots might kill you if you're like using DLSS or like in the pause menu or something like that. So yeah, I'm just like here in the vegetation to like get it to be more intensive on the 4090, but this game is like out of the box intensive on the 4090. Even though it does not look realistic, it is actually intensive. I'm gonna say that. Okay, now I'm hitting again to change it to DLSS frame generation. I don't advise using frame generation with games that are PvP. So yeah, just word of the wise, don't use frame generation because it's not good, you know, playing games like this. So frame generation with DLSS on performance, it's giving 150 FPS, 143 now, 146. So yeah, the 100% lows are still not that great, like 40 FPS down, but you don't feel, now you don't, I heard somebody. I heard somebody this way. And now they're shooting. Are they shooting at me? Oh, they're in the base. Okay, I'm wrong. They're shooting the dummies. Okay, so yeah, you don't feel the stutters now with DLSS frame generation because that's what it is for. If you have like a CPU bottleneck, it's gonna fix that. If you have stutters in the game, it's gonna fix that because it takes the rendering all to the GPU because the GPU makes those fake frames, not the engine. So yeah, frame generation is actually. Let me just shoot this water. The water has no physics. What? There is no physics to shooting water. What? I hear somebody talking on a walkie-talkie in here. Yeah, I want to kill them, but I just don't know where they at. Probably I'm imagining things. Yeah, I'm imagining stuff. Okay, so yeah, with frame generation now, it's using 13.2 gigabytes of VRAM. Not bad for a 4090, but not good for a 4070 or Super or something like that. So those GPUs can't play on 4K. That's the absolute truth. Those GPUs can play any game on 4K comfortably. It's just like the VRAM is gimping the performance. All right, so now I'm gonna turn down the graphic settings from Epic to high to see. So most games they don't have any change between Epic and Ultra or like high and Ultra or high or Epic. So yeah, I'm gonna see how it runs, and let's turn DLSS off, frame generation off, and DLSS on. Put it on DLAA actually, just how I started before. So in the vegetation here, when I just got out of the camp, it was like turning down to 50s. Now just turning the visuals to high instead of Epic, it gave me 20 FPS more, or like let's say 15 FPS more. Because it was like in the 50s, not like in 50 FPS on the dot. But yeah, now I have in 70 FPS in between all this vegetation and that water that was there. Water in this game does not intensive somehow because I don't know. It doesn't have any physics, just like probably a static stream of water. It's not interactive. What am I getting stuck with? Oh, what is this? A wire. And now starting stuttering for some reason. Now it stutters. Yeah, because when you remove frame generation, that's what happens with Unreal Engine 5 games. They all stutter. They have this, if they're not optimized well enough, they stutter. But this is, remember, this is an early access beta or whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. So here I had like 55, 54 FPS and 53 when I was in this spot here. Now I'm having 70 FPS. So like 15 to 17 FPS boost just by turning settings down to high instead of Epic. Okay, now I'm gonna turn DLSS on quality. Let's try some DLSS. Oh, this is auto. Nope, I don't want auto. I want on quality. And now with high FPS, I mean with high quality, not FPS, with high quality And DLSS on quality, I get 90 FPS, 80 something, 90, 91. It drops to the 8 to the high 80s. 89 is the like lowest I've seen. Can I open the store? I cannot open the store. I see something inside here, like I don't know. That dot probably means that there's something inside. I'm not sure. Or something outside. This is the garage. Somebody shooting at me. Am I just paranoid? I hear shots. Are they coming from somebody who's trying the game too? Or like, if I see somebody, I'm gonna shoot somebody. I have my Glock over here. Yep, I hear somebody. Let's get a kill. Is this an enemy? I don't know where they went. Alright, they're gonna stay alive for a little while longer. So yeah, 10 gigabytes of VRAM usage and 8 gigabytes of, well, 9 gigabytes of RAM. 9 gigabytes of RAM is not bad because most people have like 16 now, or at least, you know, 12 or 8. And this game uses a lot of RAM. The people who have 8 gigabytes of RAM, they don't have a high GPU, so they're gonna be playing on 1080p and probably gonna be using less RAM. So yeah. The RAM usage is not a problem. It's just the VRAM usage that's the problem with this game. Okay, let's turn up the DLSS to processing. I was gonna say performance, and go back to the game. I have 104 FPS. So dropping the game from epic to high fixes the FPS problem. You know, you're gonna have, well, doesn't fix it per se, because this game should have started with everything ultra maxed out on like 80 FPS or at least 60 FPS on the dot, but it doesn't. This game is intensive on this GPU as well, and yeah, the VRAM has dropped using DLSS and performance, like dropped like 500 megabytes and now dropping to 9 gigabyte 0.8, and the RAM increased to 9 gigabyte, close to 9 gigabyte. It goes to 9 gigabyte 30 sometimes, and yeah. The 100% lows are not as bad with high FPS. I mean, with high fidelity, with high quality, but it still stutters sometimes. Not all the time, but it does stutter sometimes. Okay, so I turned up DLSS frame generation. I'm gonna apply settings. Go back to the game. So I'm having 150 again with frame generation. In this, I was having like 150 in that area right there with the water. Now I'm like 149, 100. Even with, you know, high preset instead of epic, the frame generation stuff stays the same. I don't know how, but it stays the same. I don't have higher FPS than frame. I thought it was gonna be like 170, 160 at least, but no, I'm still like 140s, which is not bad. I mean, but I wouldn't advise playing this game with frame generation. I need a scope. I need a scope for my guns, like a red dot or something like that, because I cannot play like this. I'm blind. Playing like this, like playing blind. You know, you don't see nothing. In real life, it's different than the game, because the game you have like the hands and you have the weapon model and everything blocking your sight. In real life, it's a different kind of story. And this guy is like getting hot. Is he like, are those icons that means that he's getting hot? I don't know. I need some water probably. And as you can see, it's using like 12.5 gigabytes of VRAM. This is not acceptable. It's allocating 17.5. I mean, this still, I'm still on early access, like beta, something like that. I don't blame them, because they said that this is an early access. But yeah, I think it's gonna be ironed out in the full-fledged release. Probably they now just released it to see how it runs. You know, like see streamers how they play it, and they see how people benchmark it and stuff, so they can improve upon the game. But yeah, they should really do something about the stuttering of frame generation of the Unreal Engine 5. And they should really look into something that is bad actually with this game, which is loading to a game. Like when you want to load or you want to get off the game, it takes a long time to just load, and that's not good. I think that's gonna be fixed within probably next days, probably. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying this on the 3090 Ti next. I'm gonna see how it runs on that GPU, and I'm probably gonna run. No, I'm not probably not gonna run great because this was not giving me 60 FPS out of the box. So probably the 3090 Ti is gonna be like 30 FPS out of the box or something. So I'm gonna be trying it and see how it runs. Ciao.